For anybody that has not seen this movie Tomorrowland with George Clooney, go watch it because it pretty much explains everything that we're talking about right now. Spoiler alert for someone that hasn't seen it, it's about a world that is on the premise where everything in the news is perpetuating war, destruction, nuclear bombs. It's the end of the world, essentially. They're just showing it everywhere, every television news station, no matter what. It's all over the place. And somebody from a futuristic world that not everyone can see is they are able to essentially try to stay, they want to stop it, but they don't know how. It's just that they just know the end of the world's coming. But one girl uh gets shown this other world and it's like, wow, we could do a lot of stuff with this. And they go to show her what's coming into her world. Like your world's gonna end. There's nothing you can do. And she's like, no, I don't believe that. So they're showing them this monitor to her, like, this is what the world's ending, this is what you're gonna see. And she had this conviction, like, well, let's do something about it. Let's change it. And her belief started glitching out their system. Like they've never seen that before. It's always been this one consistent like loop that has been crystal clear. Like this is happening. And her simple belief of, I don't believe that. We can fix it. Let's do something about it. Glitched out their system. And it started making them go, whoa, why? Who is this girl? How does this work? Long story short, they found out that this other world was perpetuating this monitor where they kept putting the fear into their world because they would become a self-fulfilling prophecy. They realized that if they put the fear out to everyone, that they would be their own demise. They would allow the end of the world to happen because all they were seeing was the end of the world. They kept feeling it. They kept seeing it from the wars, the deaths, the destruction, all of it. And that's what happened. But all it took was one person to say, I don't believe that. So the whole story ends up going where they start recruiting a bunch of kids, not adults, kids with their creativity, smart kids to build a better world with different technology, with different outlets of different, let's focus on this. What you focus on is what you manifest, what you get. So if everyone is constantly focused on fearing the cops, fearing the health system, fearing the legal system, fearing their boss, whatever it is, and that's all you think about, that's all you see, that's all you consume, that's all you're going to keep experiencing in your life. But if you decide to change the channel on the consistent monitor that puts out fear to hope, to faith, to love, to optimism, to I want to do something different other than listen to this bullshit, you start getting different results. You start seeing things, you start feeling things, you start getting alignments, coincidences that just start popping up. Numbers. I see 1111 everywhere. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing three birds fly across my screen. That tells me that this is going to happen. You start seeing things that you are now projecting that to the universe, to God, to the ether, and it's going to start reflecting that back. And that's all you're going to see. And it's going to reinforce that belief to give you the self-fulfilling prophecy of something amazing is going to happen. The only thing is you don't know how or what will happen or when. You just need to keep the vision of hope, of faith, of love, and things will work out. And that's the whole premise of Tomorrowland. The whole world is focused on fear. So all we keep getting is fear. You want something different? Focus on something else. You don't want to deal with the legal system. You're tired of paying these bills and dealing with the fucking fees and the seizures and the police. Stop focusing on it.
Stop focusing on the fact that you have to do it. You know
Now,
what we do? We get excited about spending money.
yeah,
We get excited about, oh, the next thing, we got that. Okay, cool, let's pay that because it's circulation. We
yeah.
get excited because we know if we're excited about it and we're putting out that amplified feeling of that's happening, that we are literally generating more flow to our field and to ourselves to pass through our hands.
Now, and I understand because I've seen a bunch of comments saying, "Oh yeah, well, try dealing with this system and or use this or use it in the courts and you got to deal with this because they got bigger guns and it's all fear, dude." And I know you can't just implement this. I know that there's people that are going to say, well, you can't just believe it's going to happen and it's going to change. No, belief is one aspect. That's one part of the equation. The next part is exercising that faith. You have to actually start implementing these things in your real life, not just the legal system, like in your choices that you make, in things that you can't control. There's going to be scenarios that pop up in everyone's lives that are variables that they did not account for during in that day, in that week, in that month, in that year that are out of their control. And what are you going to do? Try to run around like a chicken with its head cut off to try to control something you can't control? Or are you going to let go and say, however it's supposed to go, it will go. I will do what I can do, and I will control what I can control, which is your own emotions, your own thoughts, and the actions you take with those. That's the stuff you can control. And when you start to do those things that you can control right now, you will start to see little things change. Everyone wants the instant big change to happen right now. They want the police to stop bothering them. They want the courts to stop trying to come after them. It doesn't just end the next day. It ends by you taking care of your shit.
And to go into that is the little steps of authority, because everything that happens in a big way in your life was at once little things that added up to be a big
That's
thing.
all it is. Your life right now is a
And
compound of previous choices.
and so when it comes to using your authority, one beautiful way to start the process of using your authority is recognizing that, okay, every single thing I've ever done in my life, I made a choice about. That choice was my authority.